Things ain't looking so good, folks. And now I'm kind of starting to second guess the choices that we've made, and quite possibly if we should enter into this longer agreement of paying rent when rent is becoming so much harder and harder to pay for, and maybe reconsider this entirely. And I don't know, maybe our future fate is right behind me. Full-time van life, going from 1,400 square feet or 1,300 square feet or whatever it is, I don't remember exactly, to, I don't know, like 60. Just the three of us, or actually the four of us. Michelle, Alyssa, the kid, and the dog. Crazy stuff. But this is it, folks. I mean, the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall and the numbers don't lie. I feel like this may be a reoccurring theme for future videos. If we can survive, if I can make it without quitting YouTube altogether, because Lord knows that's a new trend going on right now, and for good reason. Folks are burnt out, and they're quite possibly looking to explore other options, far more feasible ways of supporting their cost of living and buying necessities, food, water, shelter. Oh, what is this? It's like some sort of weird tool, multi-tool or something. It's just sitting on the ground. Maybe somebody will come back and find it. So according to the latest, if you guys have seen this or heard about this, it's not going to be new to you. But if you've been watching my videos all along and following down this tragic Iliad of destruction and despair and ultimate turmoil and SHTF moments of essentially being wiped out, destroyed, putting our life, our relationships, everything on the line as it all falls apart, and we try to somewhat maintain as best we can in this fictitious world of half-truths and falsehoods and misinformation and lies, and now AI and text to image generation and video generation. Pretty soon we're not going to know what's real from what's fake, up from down, left from right, black from white, left from right, red from blue. Actually, right now, we are in a situation where we really sometimes can't tell red from blue. And unprecedented times. The current president considering running, campaigning for a second consecutive term, ousted, slammed by New Hampshire. Shocking events here happening. It's going to be a crazy time, folks. 2024 is going to be a crazy year. With that, no good can come from this. For those who are unaware, for those who aren't quite in the know, for those who haven't been paying attention, for those who've been asleep, now is time to wake up. And if this is happening to you, then God help you. Because that means that you've pulled the emergency parachute because the first one failed. That means that there's no turning back. That light at the end of the tunnel, unfortunately, is a train, and it's headed right for you. Shocking news, reported, not unbelievable, because I know it was happening. I knew it was happening. I know it is happening, but it's being reported now. And if it's being reported, that means it's far past and beyond the point of which they deemed it was acceptable to keep quiet. And folks are now using what little bit they do have left and cash transfers to pay their rent. Yeah, can you believe that? To pay their rent. Now, obviously, we know rent prices are on the rise. And we were able to work out a negotiation to lower ours. So if you've seen a rent increase or are anticipating seeing a rent increase and you want to know how to negotiate your rent down, which theoretically could save you hundreds of dollars a month, thousands a year, then we should talk. If you're using credit cards for balance transfers to pull cash at an insane and extremely high APR and interest rate on top of a service fee for the transaction, we should probably talk, because no good can come from this. No good can come from this. This is, yeah, I know. People would say, Kevin, you're cold. You're dark. You know, how you know, you should be willing to help anybody and everybody all the time. No, not when it comes to money, not when it comes to finances, not when it comes to what it takes to survive in this world. And if you don't believe that, then maybe we shouldn't be having these conversations. You clicked on these videos. I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying, but it's up to you if you want to watch and listen and engage, maybe engage. But regardless, if you're in a bind financially and you're using your credit cards to pay your rent, using balance transfers to pay your rent, and now have exhausted that and are asking for money to borrow to pay your rent, either I'm a fool or you're a liar. Either I'm a fool in thinking that someone who can't afford to pay their rent, for whatever reason, be that as it may, is going to be able to repay me. I'm a fool. Or you're a liar and you're asking to borrow money that you know you can't repay. But the simple fact of the matter is that the easy solution here would be, let's improve our financial situation so that we don't have to borrow money, so that we don't have to rely on credit cards to do balance transfers while they're still available. And these credit card companies know. This, folks, is exactly what I was telling you guys about as far as this great wealth transfer that they have been banking on. And it's not just happening at Walmart with buy now, pay later. It's happening everywhere. And they are going to spend 2024 burying Americans in so much debt, it's not even going to be funny. And then 2025 rolls around, and then they're gonna have the next wave. It will create zombies. It will create panic, fear, anxiety. It will create slaves. It will. But yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not gonna offer anybody anything unless I just want to give it to them as a gift. And what I want to give as a gift is my time, these videos, conversation, insight, and helpful, educational, informative tips and strategies to avoid the pitfalls that could destroy lives, that could damage relationships, that could ruin families. Remember what Jerome Powell said? Pain will be felt by families and businesses. Millions will be unemployed. That was only the beginning, folks. So the way I see it is this new wave, this increase of Americans, probably not just Americans, but American data, statistics. I think it's 25% of Americans can't afford to pay their rent. And globally, it's going to be far worse. Business Insider shares the US data, but the simple fact of the matter is this is a global pandemic. This is a global epidemic. This is a global reset. This is called the World Economic Forum for a reason, world. And essentially, if you're using your credit card, if you know anyone using their credit card to pay their rent, you're not really paying your rent. You're satisfying the landlord in the transaction, but you didn't actually pay it. So you're really just skirting by, robbing Peter to pay Paul. And how long can you keep that game up? And what happens when the credit card company lowers your limit, cancels your card, closes your account? It's not good, folks.